The UCLA and USC basketball teams on Tuesday each released game dates and times for the upcoming basketball season, and each will have every game televised on an ESPN channel, FS1, PAC-12 networks or CBS.TAG. PAC-12 conference schedule has promoted the local rivalry, which has gained new relevance as USC joined UCLA as a contender the last 2 seasons, to prime television slots. Both meetings are slated for Saturdays, and both will air either on ESPN or ESPN2. The game at Galen Center is the final regular season game of the season for both teams. UCLA will face early tests in November at the Hall of Fame Classic in Kansas City against Creighton and either Baylor or Wisconsin. In December, the Bruins have games at Michigan, home against Cincinnati, and against Kentucky in New Orleans as part of the CBS Sports Classic. USC will face its 3 stiffest non-conference games, all in a row, beginning in late November at home against Texas A&M, away at Southern Methodist, and at Staples Center against Oklahoma. Both local schools will play perennial conference power Arizona only once this season, on the road. However, they also avoid a trip to Washington and Washington State. Each will open the season on November 10th. They will do so in different parts of the world. USC will host Cal State Fullerton at Galen Center. UCLA will play Georgia Tech in Shanghai, China. And both will play evening home games on New Year's Eve, USC against Washington State and UCLA against Washington. USC schedule date opponent time Nov. 10 Cal State Fullerton 7 p.m. November 13 North Dakota State 8 p.m. November 19 at Vanderbilt Banov. 22 Lehigh 7 p.m. November 26 Texas AM 7 p.m. December 2 at Southern Methodist 7 p.m. December 8 Oklahoma at Staples Center 7:30 p.m. December 14 Santa Clara 7 p.m. December 17 UC Santa Barbara 5 p.m. December 19 Princeton 8 p.m. December 22 versus Akron at Hawaii 5:30 p.m. December 23 versus Middleton S. Princeton at Hawaii 23:05 p.m. December 25 versus TBA at Hawaii Chpadak 29 Washington 7:30 p.m. December 31 Washington State 6 p.m. January 4 at California 7:30 p.m. January 7 at Stanford 7 p.m. January 10 Colorado 7 p.m. January 14 Utah 5 p.m. January 18 at Oregon 6 p.m. January 20 at Oregon State 5 p.m. January 24 Stanford 6 p.m. January 28 California 1 p.m. February 3 at UCLA 3 or 5:15 p.m. February 8 at Arizona State 8 p.m. February 10 at Arizona 7:15 p.m. February 15 Oregon 6 p.m. February 17 Oregon State 8 p.m. February 21 at Colorado 7:30 p.m. February 24 at Utah 11:30 a.m. March 3 UCLA 7:15 p.m. March 7:10 PAC-12 Conference Tournament at Las Vegas TBA Diamond Head Classic PAC-12 Conference UCLA schedule date opponent time Nov. 1 Cal State Los Angeles X. 7 p.m. November 10 versus Georgia Tech at Shanghai, China 8:30 p.m. November 15 Central Arkansas 8 p.m. November 17 South Carolina State 6 p.m. November 20 versus Creighton at Kansas City, Mo. 4 p.m. November 21 versus Baylor, Wisconsin at Kansas City, Mo. 4:30 or 7 p.m. November 26 UC Irvine 3 p.m. November 29 Cal State Bakersfield 7 p.m. December 3 Detroit Mercy 6 p.m. December 6 Montana 8 p.m. December 9 at Michigan 9 a.m. December 16 Cincinnati 12:30 p.m. December 19 South Dakota 6 p.m. December 23 versus Kentucky at New Orleans 1 p.m. December 29 Washington State 8 p.m. December 31 Washington 5 p.m. January 4 at Stanford 7 p.m. January 6 at California 3:30 p.m. January 11 Utah 8 p.m. January 13 Colorado 7:30 p.m. January 18 at Oregon State 8 p.m. January 20 at Oregon 7 p.m. January 25 California 7:30 p.m. January 27 Stanford 7:30 p.m. February 3 USC 3 or 5:15 p.m. February 8 at Arizona, 7 p.m. February 10 at Arizona State, 4 p.m. February 15 Oregon State, 8 p.m. February 17 Oregon, 7:15 p.m. February 22 at Utah, 6 p.m. February 25 at Colorado, 1 p.m. March 3 at USC, 7:15 p.m. March 7:10 PAC-12 Conference Tournament at Las Vegas TBA Hall of Fame Classic Sports Classic PAC-12 Conference Caption Zach.Helfand at latums.com Twitter @Gelfand